I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have photography. I really don't, because I had such trouble sort of expressing myself in any other like conventional way. Creating images really sort of saved me and helped me tell the story that was really going on internally. I have always been so obsessed with movies and film, and photography was sort of the closest thing to that. And as a young girl, with no resources, taking photos was a lot easier. And I became obsessed with it. It was something that art for me has always been a way of survival, but also a way of play. So like that's how my sister and I played when we were young, was to make plays or ballets or paint or whatever. So it was just an extension of that. Like that's literally what I just did on my free time. I found photography because I couldn't dance, and dance was something that I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life, and thought the way of storytelling in the form of like your body was so beautiful for me. Taking a photo is like choreographing. It is, as much as it is about choreographing others, it's about moving my own body and the way that I move and how my subjects react to that. The shoot I did in Japan for Hanatsubaki was so fun because I was literally running around with these girls, and I got these beautiful photos of them. They're so, I don't know, there aren't words. Fashion photography is such a fun extension of my work for me. I basically just get to kind of explore and do whatever and create these stories in these spaces that sort of like never existed. And I mean, it doesn't stray from my work at all. It's sort of just a more exaggerated version of my work. Growing up in the early 2000s was so crazy. I feel like it was the most wildly sexualized era. I really grew up believing that my appearance and me as an object was what was important. It's such a crazy space to live in, where like you are the thing that is sex, but you are not allowed to want it or receive pleasure. Because I was exploring my sexuality and I was seeing what turned me on or what I found attractive, but I was also just so angry. So I wanted to make images that were sexy and uncomfortable and violent and sort of all these things in one. Photography for me has been my savior and I guess my therapy. I grew up with a lot of anxiety from a very young age. There were a lot of things going on in my life that were not specifically things that I guess normal teenagers go through and experience. So from a very young age, I was kind of an adult. It makes everyone feel better when they can see themselves in something. Basically the best part of what I do is hearing like other girls' stories and women's stories too. And it moves me that my images can move people, and I mean, it's the most important thing to me. The fact that I can make someone's life a little better, a little more interesting, feel like they have a little more agency, a little more power is like the most important thing.